Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Let me know if my audio is all a-okay or if I'm too loud, or if the music's too loud. We're gonna get started in around 10 seconds. Oh, maybe Krisha wants to join us. Let me go and take a look. Oh, she does. Oh, she does. James says I'm good. Alright, so my audio's good. That's good. See you guys in 3 years. We'll do this again. Alright, man. You do you. Over here at the Mango community, we took advantage of the bear market. So even if we do go into a bear market, I'll gladly take it on yet again. It was a lot more fun, to be honest. The bear market was so much more fun. The people who were around during the bear market were people who really wanted to do this. Not the moon boys, you know? Not people who are just letting their emotions take control of them, looking for the big wins. I know this is gonna sound a little off, but I kind of miss the bear market. I really miss the bear market because the community was so freaking strong. Oh my god, she's here, guys. She's here.
Good morning.
Good morning, Krisha. How are you today, lovely ma'am?
Oh, good. Got up to a lot of blood.
Blood.
On the charts. I was so close to sounding so wrong. But these are all my opportunities. Got some F.
Oh my
F
god.
is looking good. F is smack on support. Yeah, this actually is. I mean, it's all red, but that's the thing, right? People keep saying buy the dips. Well, here's the dip. Because the overall structure is pretty intact, in my opinion.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and turn on the charts. I totally forgot to do that. Let me have it right over here. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. Ew, ew, ew. Big dump. Huge dump. Who would have thought? So much volatility. And then you switch on over to the daily time frame. Turn on your mango ribbon. And what do you know? All we are doing is testing the 21 EMA. Ouch, who would have expected this, hey Krisha? A retest of the daily 21? Not the 2-day, not the 3-day, not the 4-day, not even the weekly. The daily 21 EMA, and people are losing their minds. Oh my god, it's the end of the world!
It's kind of weird because, like, if you just have to assess this chart just based on the volatility, irrespective of which direction it's going in, it's not like the volatility changed that much. Like, people are so, they're so used to just volatility to the upside that no one really prepares for volatility to the downside, right? And this is where, those in the Mango Seed program, this is where, you know, that risk management system really comes into play.
Yep, you should be
It's
protected.
in times like this where the volatility kicks in that it protects you on the other side of the market as well. So this is the time where you use that system, use it well.
Because what it allows you to do is it allows you to, in a way, delegate your stress to the system. You're not worrying at all as to whether you see a massive dump or not, right? You get to be part of the trend towards the upside as long as you're willing to be disciplined and vigilant, right? You just get to delegate. If you want to be part of the trend, you want to be part of the move. Apologies, guys, just woke up. If you want to be part of the move, all you have to do is get into position following the rules, or rather the risk management tool sheet, and boom, you're done. Right after that, if it goes towards the downside, it doesn't really affect you as much as any other trade.
True that.
But Krisha, I still disagree. This isn't volatility. I think everyone, and in a way you too, we think that this is blood, but come on, we've seen blood in the previous bear markets. We've seen real volatility. We are not even testing the weekly 21 EMA yet, and that may come. Okay, we may get a move all the way down to around 13,000 to 12,000. Okay, let's pan on to the weekly chart, and I want all of you to mentally go through a situation where we see 2 or 3 days of Bitcoin just going down, non-stop all the way down to 13,000. All right, we've seen that happen. We've gone through days like that. Like, I want you guys to go back all the way to September 16th. D, if he's here, I know he's on the Telegram. He's live on the Telegram, the C chat. I'm going to ask him to come in to the...
And when I was talking about volatility, Sean, I was not talking about... So I don't think the volatility has picked up. Okay, I don't think it's picked up, even in this dump. I'm just saying that it's pretty status quo.
Yeah,
it's just that everyone's only expecting, moves to the upside, but that same kind of volatility that we're seeing to the upside can also kick into the downside, and that's what we're seeing here. But as far as if you could associate a number to volatility, that's not changed. I think that's pretty constant right now. I don't think that's broken anything. It's not doing something special here.
I just realized that my chart I was showing the wrong window to the community. My bad. Let me make sure that okay, I think I'm showing the right window now. Okay, so guys, I was referring to this chart over here, the weekly 21 EMA, not the weekly dynamic. Okay, right over here, guys, you can see that the weekly 21 EMA is coming in all the way around 13,000. Okay, the weekly Tenkin is coming in at 14,000. Now we could see a test of this entire area over here. We could very well see a couple of days of prices going down non-stop, surprising everyone, liquidating a lot of over-leveraged traders, thinking that Bitcoin is going to the moon straight without any pullbacks whatsoever, because trends don't exist, right? Trends go in a straight line. They don't have pullbacks whatsoever. Remember, the more impulsive the move is, each mini pullback that may seem trivial on the high time frames will be significant to all of you looking at the lower time frames. Okay, look at this move over here. This was August 31st leading into September. We went all the way from around 14,000 all the way down to 9,500, tested the weekly 21 EMA, and then just kept going. So many people got hurt over here and didn't come back to the charts at all. Similar story going all the way back to, I remember this move here, September 23rd, 2019, okay, more than a year ago. We just had 2 or 3 days of just down, just kept going down, right? So just that's volatility, and we got to prepare for those days, guys.
Yeah. That's a good example. That's a very, very good example, actually. Very good example there.
Kusha, if we just closed the 4 hour and we just held the Kijun, we just held the major horizontal, like, it's not...
Honestly, like, I'm just saying that this could actually come down to the number that you just mentioned at around that 14K, and that overall macro trend, that macro uptrend is still intact. Like, you guys need to understand that the last low that we put in was somewhere around about 9.9K, Sean.
Yeah.
We could actually come all the way down to 13K and the macro trend would still be intact. And this is something that I brought up in my last video, was that it's about, now that we're heading into a new cycle, it's really about assessing the direction of the trend, the direction of the macro trend. And when Sean and I talk about macro trends, we're talking about the weekly time frame, the monthly time frame, okay, the yearly time frame. That's where you see the macro trend.
Yep, exactly. Well said, Krisha.
So it's about really assessing that and, like, have a good idea of what's going on that broader picture, because that is going to keep your trader's mindset in check at all times.
Yep. The high time frames, always start your day by keeping an eye on either start with the weekly or the 4-day time frame, okay? That way, mentally, you're always keeping track of the levels Bitcoin could really come down to. Because if you look at the 4 hour, like, okay, I think I'm on the 4 hour chart right now. Yeah. If you look at the 4 hour, it doesn't take much of a move to break the uptrend and go into a downtrend. And it does still look significant mentally, visually, when you're looking at this move from around 19,000 all the way down to 17,000. Now we've lost the uptrend. We haven't confirmed the downtrend just yet, but we've lost the uptrend, right? You're thinking, damn. This is significant. And yes, if you're looking at the 4 hour, contextually, perspectively, it's significant. But now let's switch to the Mango time frame, the 4-day time frame that I've been starting every single daily video with, right? We're not even close to putting in a low yet. Like, this 4-day is so powerfully trending strongly towards the upside, that we could come all the way down to 15,000 before you need to even worry about a low, and over there you'd be wanting to fish for that buy opportunity. Yesterday's video, I started with the 4-day, and I said, guys, I'm not convinced yet that we've broken the 4-day level yet, right? We're living above it, but I'm waiting for that candle close. Wait for the candle close above what is it? Let me zoom in a little bit. 19,100-ish. We didn't get it. We still haven't confirmed under it or above it yet, right? We still have a day and 20 hours to go. We didn't take out the previous high either, this zone over here, and we haven't closed the candle. So you just wait. You have 4 days to simply wait and do nothing before your next move or your exit out of your current trade, right? Depending on whether you want to play this as resistance or not. You could keep it as simple as that if you want to. You could make it as complex as you want to as well, right? But if you're starting out, if you're trading for anything less than 1 year, guys, in my opinion, do not make it any more complicated than that. Try to follow a simple strategy. Prove to yourself that you can follow a simple strategy, and then make things complex.
Yeah. Try to follow a strategy. I think that's key there. That is key there, because then if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have any sort of plan in place, it's just so easy to get lost. You know, you let your emotions take over for you when you're trading, and that can be pretty disastrous.
Exactly.
That can be really, really disastrous.
Krisha, look who it is in the chat. We have T-Bab in here for the first time. Hey man, how's it going? Good to see you in here. Guys, T, I've told you guys this before, T is like one of the OG seedlings. He was in the Grove since way, way back when we were like such a small community of just, I think, a couple 100 people. Yeah.
He was one of the first ones to join us.
I think we were getting like 20 views, 30, 50 views per video. I was like, Kushak, we hit 50 views! Yay! Those are good times.
Those are very quiet times. But nah, it's nice to see the Mango fam just like, you know, growing every day, just growing and growing and growing. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, we have some really great gems. Ollie especially, man, I'm so glad this guy joined the community. He's had to deal with some of my shenanigans himself now. The more he gets to know me, he's like, damn, this Sean.
So now it's not just me anymore.
Yeah.
Ollie's in the mix too.
It's not just Krisha and Maher that has to deal with Sean. It's Ollie that needs to deal with Sean too.
So Sean, let's address something that everyone's really, really panicking about right now, which is the altcoins. I feel like the general sort of thing I'm getting from the market right now is that everyone was overexposed once again to altcoins.
Krisha, I bought Ethereum, and I bought I was going to say Litecoin. Link. Chainlink. I just bought Chainlink. We've been waiting for this freaking retest for how long now? For like the last time we had the option to buy on this trend line was months ago. I had to bite the bullet and buy some above the trend line because I was kind of worried that Chainlink would just bounce from here and just keep going. But hey, Chainlink did give us the retest, and I did buy a nice boatload right over here. And the reason I like this position is because I get to know I'm wrong very quickly and get to get out of my position very fast, right? When I bought a little bit higher up over here the first time, it was a little bit further away, so I had to reduce my position size to allocate for me being wrong in case we did break that trend line. Now, however, on this position, I get to add, and hey, it looks like Chainlink is bouncing off it, closing above the zone. But either way, I get to add and get to know I'm wrong very, very close to the position I added at. So I'm happy with this move. I've been waiting for especially this.
But I particularly like the Ethereum chart. Ethereum just, honestly, it came smack down on support, on weekly support, not just any, not just any support. I believe it was sitting at, what was this, 500 and something? Let me just pull up my chart. Ethereum came all the way down to, I had my support line at around 501-ish. I believe we came all the way down to 507 on the dot. What are your thoughts on ETH? I think ETH is actually looking really good here.
So I'm not sure if you can you see my chart right now? I'm drawing in that bull flag that we were looking at on the 4-hour time frame. And just extend the line. You can see that we've come and retested that to the T.
Yeah.
And I kind of missed out a little bit because of that. I was expecting this to dip a little bit further, and I wanted to buy in at around 488. I've been eyeing the 489 to 488 position for a while now. On the last live we did, you guys should go ahead and check out our video, by the way, because we specifically spent a lot of time talking about Ethereum, and we spent a lot of time talking about this level right over here, 489. We did a little exercise, Krisha, where I asked the guys to come up with tell me what the next major level is, because I used an example, and based on an example I said, hey guys, okay, now I want you to tell me what the next major level that will be the buy opportunity for us on Ethereum. And we were looking at 489 to around 500ish. So Ethereum, however, coming and bouncing off the bull flag at around 505. So I had to chase the position a little bit and get in a small position somewhere around here. But I'm not too happy with my Ethereum ad, because I was hoping for the 490 retest. Hey, we may still get it.
Exactly, but I feel like I think it's going to be a range here, right? So that's another thing about really placing bids, whether it's buy bids or sell bids. Getting too picky with your numbers can cost you.
Yeah.
Right? It can cost you the entire trade.
Exactly.
For some people, it's going to cost you actually exiting a really, really bad trade. For some people, it'll cost you entering a very, very good trade. And so what I usually do is I set in a zone, and then I kind of give myself that buffer. You know, and then I'm like, okay, fine. If I get it anywhere in that zone, I'm happy with my trade.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my zone was 454 all the way up to 490-ish. So my zone was a lot deeper.
Yeah. Sean, you'll just, I've been trying to increase, like, people have been complaining about my volume. I've been trying to increase it on my side. I'm not sure if there's some adjustments that you need to make on yours.
Okay, let me just take a look.
Because I've been trying to up it on my mic.
How's that, guys? Let me know. But the music might go a little bit too loud too, so let me know if it's fine. Accordingly, I can adjust the music too.
Okay, how's this now, guys? This is what I sound like. Okay, they're much better. There we go.
Apologies, guys. Apologies, it's my bad. I'm just so bad at this.
All the applications have been switching, certain things up on Sean.
Yeah. So T-Bab says, drop the 90-20 EMA on your time frame. On my time frame? Do you mean the 4-day time frame? Or the current time frame that I'm looking at?
He's been looking at is it a 9? I think he means 9. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I think it's 9:20.
Turn off everything else.
9 and 20. Splendid.
So I don't think he's talking about the 4-hour because it looks really choppy over here. Probably the higher time frames. I see this working well in the higher time frames. Yeah,
4 hours doesn't.
It's been pretty
as
good.
Soon as it starts, it does well. As soon as the trend starts. I was kind of testing it on my chart when he did bring it up in the C chat.
A little bit choppy over here. So what time frame do you want me to look at it? T, let me know. Okay, let's go through comments. Is there any other questions that we may have missed, Krisha?
Yeah, give us some questions, guys. No questions, just people just having a good convo for the most part. But anyone, I just noticed panic earlier. All coins seem to be, let's say, the talk of the town right now.
Ollie says my screen is frozen. I don't think it's frozen anymore, though. I'm going to keep checking my PMs with Ollie. Okay, he's like, it's fine now. Perfect. So, guys, this is the big tip we can give you for this entire market. Expect these kind of moves. And if you're patient enough and able to control your emotions and balance out being part of the trend and having enough ammunition to really capitalize on these volatile moves, because over-leveraged traders are going to get liquidated and get excited, and those liquidations are going to be your opportunity. Okay, it's going to happen over and over again. Just when you feel like the market's looking too strong to give in, it gives in. You can never really time it, okay? So remember, the motto at Mango is that the only thing we know is that we know nothing, okay? So with that, you need to be prepared for both scenarios. If the trend is strong, try to be part of the trend. At the same time, if the trend gives in, understand that liquidations will get triggered and opportunity will be in abundance.
That's right. And it's going to get even more tricky, I feel. So the way I'm going to be approaching this new cycle for me is just to make sure that we're maintaining an uptrend on those high time frames. Okay, and I think it's just about being prepared, like you said, for moves like this, for volatile moves like this. Right?
Yep,
so
exactly.
And I was just thinking about this just this morning, in fact. It's going to be tricky as soon as all of these coins, various cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin, actually starts reaching price discovery on their USDT charts. Because at least right now, I mean, Bitcoin, we still have not broken that 20K psychological resistance, right?
Yep.
And so what does that give us? That gives us, support and resistance lines to go off of right now, as far as technical analysis is concerned. As soon as things start reaching price discovery, that's where you guys need to be a little more, prudent. Expect pullbacks like this, and I noticed a lot of people were also approaching their trades with a lot of fear. If you're just going to start off trading with fear, you can't really keep a clear head.
And we've all been through that, right? Like, when Christian and I say these things to you, it's not because we know we are some genius traders or anything like that. It's just that we've been through all of that. We've been through that fear. We've been through that uncertainty. And it's not you end up losing out on both sides. You end up losing when you're a complete noob because you're too confident. And then you also lose when you get hurt by the market and you let that pain you carry that pain onto successful trades that could have been massive winners that you just avoid because you're scared that the market's going to hurt you again. If you guys read the book Trading in the Zone, there's a really good example or analogy he gives where he talks about how a small kid, walking across the corner of a store or something, when he comes across a dog for the first time in his life, right? And he tries to pet the dog because he's so fascinated by the dog, and the dog bites him. Now, because that dog bit him, for the rest of his life, he has a unhealthy fear of dogs, right? He's just afraid of dogs. And that's kind of what happens to traders in the market, right? Especially when you're in a bull market and all you know is wins. And the first time ever you see a dip opportunity and you try to buy the dip and it just goes right through you, right? Forever after that, you always are scared of the markets. You're scared of dips, and that fear stays with you. You see the markets go down, and you just end up thinking, I'm going to get bit hard, and you end up selling everything because you feel like it's going to bite and it's going to keep going down. And it may, right? A dog may bite you, right? If you see a dog on the street and you try to pet it, it may freaking bite you. Or, who knows, it may freaking love you and you may fall in love with the dog and you may take it home and you may show it to your wife. And your wife will be really, really happy with you and you may have a great night.
That was actually one of the better analogies in the book. I think the book starts off with that one, eh?
No, I think it's towards the middle of the book. I'm not sure. I don't have to read it again. I always promise myself to attempt myself to read it at least once a year.
I think there are some books that always need to be, read over and over again. I think at least once every year. Trading in the Zone is definitely one of them. Yeah. Where is Vish? So Vish is probably asleep because of the time zones, right? He's gonna be really upset that he missed the stream.
Yeah. He's good. There was a stream. Oh my god, FML. God.
He's gonna have the most accurate gift to go with that.
Lost more than 20,000 since joking Mango. What?
Joining. He says joining. Why are you? Oh my god. You're clearly not doing it the Mango way then.
Just not doing it. And you haven't joined Mango. I haven't even seen you around, man. I don't think so, at least. You're not in the Grove at the very least, and you're not in Seed.
Okay, what other questions? What will be your invalidation move after buying this dip? From Asian Punk 28.
That's a really, really good question. So are you talking about Link or are you talking about Bitcoin? If you're talking about Link, my trade on Link is going to be based on so Ollie, by the way, Ollie asked, let me address what Ollie talked about, because this might be useful for you guys. He talked about the 4-day 21 EMA. So Ollie's playing it the mango way, right? He waited patiently. This guy didn't, I don't think he's taken a Link trade for a while, and now he's just bought Link on the 4-day 21 EMA right over here. So if you are playing it using Ollie's strategy, which lines up with the 4-day Tenkin as well, all you have to do now is wait for this level to be violated. So in 1 day and 20 hours, the 4-day is closing. If Link closes underneath the 4-day 21 EMA and the Tenkin over here, you have a exit right over there. You just exit, okay? Period. Now, that's as simple as that. That's how simple the mango way can be. And the only hard part about that is waiting the 4 days. So what Ollie is going to be looking for over here is he's going to be looking for a bounce off the 4-day 21 EMA and the Tenkin and a close above the 10 SMA. If he sees that close above the 10 SMA, he has that confidence in his trade to perhaps even add a little bit more to his trade opportunity that he's already got in on. And then he can look for that continuation. Okay. If you close underneath the 10 SMA, he's not invalidated, but at the same time, it's not as strong as if you would have got the close over the 10 SMA. So this is the classic trade setup that you want to look for on your trade entries. The bounce of the 21 EMA and the Tenkin and the close over the 10 SMA. This works across time frames, by the way. Now, if you're asking me, based on my trade's off the Bitcoin pairing. If we lose this zone over here, that lines up with this rising diagonal, I'm going to be getting out of my Bitcoin, my Link trade against the Bitcoin pairing. It's as simple as that. Very, very simple. So this is though on the weekly that I'm playing it. I'm not playing it on the 4-day. So we need to lose the zone on the weekly time frame, or we take out this wick over here, this low. You guys probably can't see it, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Use Krisha's technique. That was a little bit too much. I'm clearly bad at it. Okay, this low over here, okay? You can see it lines up with the zone over here. It's coming in at around 6,550 Satoshi. So what I'll be looking for, if we take out that low, I'll be looking for a bounce after, right? A quick bounce after, and I'll be exiting on that bounce. Regardless of whether we hold the zone or not, I'll be exiting on the bounce if we take out this low over here. Because in my opinion, in that case, we've lost the uptrend.
Yeah. I think that's a good, I think that's a pretty solid plan and invalidation point. And that's what it comes down to, guys, having a plan, having your invalidation points. And sometimes, you know what, that can go, it can't flip on you, but it's about having, you know, a set of rules too, saying that, okay, fine, if this flips on me, if this goes back up, my only thing is to get back into the trade. Now, I had to devise a rule sheet for myself from my past mistakes. And all of these little things, it can help. It can help make you a better trader, especially now that we're getting into a new cycle.
Yeah.
So it's about checking yourself, understanding your shortcomings, and, you know, finding ways to actually fight those shortcomings and, you know, to just get better.
Yep. And by the way, guys, you are going to lose. You are going to lose trades. You're not going to win every single one of them. But the trades that you do lose, what's important is to actually have that invalidation point beforehand and just without any emotion, just get out of your trade. Just get out of your trade and look towards the next one. Forget about it. Okay? As long as you're keeping those losses small as a trend trader, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'll give you an example really quick. I just want to go through the comments. Kyle says, what if you're the one who bit the dog? I don't know about that, man. You have bigger problems if you're biting dogs in the street. T-Web says, I may or may not have had a drink. Single malt tea. I'm guessing single malt. Still on vacay, but saw y'all live. I couldn't pass up on showing my support. Hey, man, really, really appreciate that. I really appreciate you dropping in. So good to have you here. Sean and Krisha have taught me so much in the last few years. Dude, we've learned just as much from you as you've learned from us, especially how to trade on mobile. I still don't know how you do it so fluidly, man. This guy literally uses his cell phone as his main trading device, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible.
What's the price target for this dump? Again, Bitcoin, Chainlink, Ethereum. I don't know, man. It's zero. We're going to zero.
Never. Not zero anymore. No one can really say confidently Bitcoin is going to zero. Not anymore. Maybe before, but with the kind of attention that Bitcoin has garnered in the past 4 months, 3-4 months, this is not going to zero.
Yeah. But people want numbers, you can give them numbers.
We are in a range right now. As far as Bitcoin is concerned, if you're just looking at the macro now, currently I'm looking at the macro, and that's the only time frame I am playing Bitcoin on. Okay, particularly the weekly time frame. The range right now is a very, very volatile range. It spans from this 18.9K region, 19K, going all the way down to 16.2K. That is the current range that Bitcoin is in. If you're just sort of looking at just horizontals, support and resistance. Right, so it is a volatile zone. We could potentially see a further move to the downside, but it really depend on what kind of bullish momentum we actually see step in here. So it's going to be an if this then that. We'll see how it pans out, but this is the range right now, 19K all the way down to 16.2K.
Okay, so I have a range, guys, too, which differs a little bit from Krisha's. Mine's the 4-day range. I'm just adjusting it right now. So essentially, it's right here. You guys can take a screenshot. Okay, we are looking at, it looks like we did bounce off it already, the middle of the range. So top of the range around 19,100, middle of the range 17,200. Remember, we've already taken a couple of trades off that level. It's done as well. The bottom of the range is 15,700. Krisha, that does line up with yours, right? The bottom of the range, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. And this is on the 4-day, and I just noticed, Krisha, that the 4-hour time frame, if you turn on Ichimoku, I think the 200 moving average is lining up somewhere around there. Alright, yeah, really close actually. So by time, and if we actually lose the middle of the range over here at around 17,200, we could make our way down to the 4-hour 200 moving average, which lines up with a major 4-day horizontal, which is the bottom of the range we're currently playing.
Yeah.
I actually really like that. It lines up with a lot. Lines up with the previous structure that we broke towards the upside as well. On the 4-hour.
And also like this, so if you have to look at just pattern plays on Bitcoin's chart right now, okay, and this can be seen on the 4-hour time frame as well as the 12-hour, I believe, is that Bitcoin, I mean, we put in this ascending sort of channel, right, or ascending broadening wedge of sorts. And if you have to look at the breakdown point, okay, we just broke out of that. We broke down from that pattern, and the measured move essentially takes us to those numbers. So I'm getting a measured move going all the way down to 16.4K. So also very close to the 12-hour Kijun.
Exactly.
So there's confluence there. However, we've also seen a lot of these breakdowns actually get picked right back up.
Yep.
So we're still on some major levels right now. We're holding some major support, so that's something to keep an eye out on. Don't just play patterns on just the pattern. Have some added sort of tools to it. Use horizontals, use EMAs, use something else. Don't just play it for the pattern.
Alright, let's go ahead and check out the comments. T-Bab says, if y'all haven't been paying attention, Neo ran from $14 to $21 in no time. Oh man.
Holy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's, I think T said, don't look at percents, look at the trend. And this is how you catch those moves, by looking at the trend. Right? If you guys focus on these, I don't want to say small because people are kind of over leveraging over here. You can tell by the fact that people are getting hurt so bad, they're not doing it the mango way. Neo USD, eh?
And this one actually did run.
And that's a good 35% towards the upside, and then it gave back 25%. So, yep. But the trend did break a little bit earlier than that. Yeah, right over here on this candle. So look at that, right? If you were playing this on the 4-hour, the trend broke on this candle right over here. It gave you the retest to exit, and testing the 200 moving average now. By the way, guys, we can talk about something a little bit more educational. Bitcoin did something very similar yesterday, or rather this morning, where we put in this double top formation, and now all you had to do was look for this low to be held. if we defended this low over here at around 18,656, right? If we had defended that low, then all would be good, and we still had a chance of putting in an ascending triangle, okay? Because we would have put in a higher low instead of putting in this low over here that we had instead put in at around 18,553. We'd have put in a higher low somewhere around 18,800, and then perhaps retested the top of this potential ascending triangle and then had the continuation, okay? But instead, the alternative scenario panned out, and it's always one of the two usually. That's how clean Bitcoin can be if you really pay attention. What ended up happening was we took out this low, okay? As soon as that happened, all the trend traders as well as the pattern traders started eyeing the structure as a breakdown. Okay, that's how you start seeing confluence amongst the market participants' directional trading. And what ended up happening was you got a candle close as well underneath this candle close at 18,800-ish. Got the retest to exit your trade, or perhaps even get in a short position over there. Something I wouldn't have been trying for, definitely, but definitely exit your trade that you would have been trying for over here, and then you got your down push. Now this, guys, this setup, okay, of exit or entry is something you can replicate across assets, all coins, your stock markets, whatever, currencies. So record that part and save it.
Damn, that was good. Looking at other charts, another thing, Sean, this seemed to be this was a thing now a couple of days ago where people, they were asking the same question. Oh, if Bitcoin dumps, altcoins dump, what happens to altcoins? I believe Sheriff also just asked a very similar question. Would altcoins follow Bitcoin if Bitcoin recovers, or will alts bleed?
If Bitcoin... Wait. Go again.
Okay, would altcoins follow Bitcoin if Bitcoin recovers? So he's essentially saying if Bitcoin actually pumps from here, will altcoins pump, or will altcoins bleed?
Against the USD pairing or against the Bitcoin pairing?
And that is the question. That's where people fail. That's the key question that you should be asking.
Yeah.
Because the thing about, this altcoins versus Bitcoin is that your only job is to assess if the uptrend is still intact on your altcoin, on the respective altcoin that you're looking at. And that is best seen on the USDT chart. As long as the USDT chart, that uptrend is intact, your altcoin is in good, like it's in safe territory. Okay. As far if Bitcoin is trending up, okay, say Bitcoin is trending up and your respective altcoin is trending up. Now, if you compare the two coins, okay, and that's when the Bitcoin chart comes into play. That's when you look at the Bitcoin pairing, because that tells you which asset is trending stronger. Is it your altcoin or is it Bitcoin? So it's essentially telling you which is the more optimal long position to be taking. Okay, which one is the better trade?
Yep.
As far as the trend is concerned, you should only be worried about the USDT chart. As soon as your cryptocurrency, as soon as your altcoin breaks its uptrend on the USDT chart, that's when, you should possibly take a step back and assess your view on the chart, your directional view on the chart. Okay, and when I say break of trend, I'm always going to be talking about the macro trend. Okay, especially for me as a macro trader. Now, you may have a different strategy depending on what kind of trader you are, but you assess the trend on the USDT chart. That's how I personally look at it. That's how I will be playing this cycle.
Here's what I find really ironic and funny. People want to play the altcoins on the USD pairing, but they also want to be playing altcoins on the lower time frames. And those are actually contradictory strategies. Because all you have to do is look at the Bitcoin pairings and look at Bitcoin dominance chart, and you'll know that Bitcoin has been outperforming all coins in the interim, in the short term, in the most recent trends. The short-term trend and the mid-term trend right now is clearly in favor of Bitcoin. Well, even the long-term trend is in favor of Bitcoin. If you are playing all coins on the USD pairing, it's because you are betting that there's going to be a period of opportunity where all coins perform so drastically that you want to be in a certain altcoin so that you can take advantage of that upthrust move, right? And kind of like Chainlink, like when it does move, it's going to move like 100% or 80%, whatever, against Bitcoin. And on the USD pairing, it's going to hold because Bitcoin is going up. And when it does move against Bitcoin, it's going to go up that much more drastically. However, if you are playing it to get in, get out on the 4-hour time frame, right? Let's just look at any altcoin. Let's pull up something like Band. Okay, we have Band over here. Just look at how it's been performing against Bitcoin on the lower time frame. What is this telling you? It's telling you that if you want to play the lower time frames, you are just better off playing Bitcoin. It's the more optimal asset for USD. If you care about USD, increasing your USD on the lower time frames, you might as well be playing the stronger asset, because the Bitcoin pairing against any altcoin is telling you, hey, what's the stronger pairing? Yes, your USD pairing against that altcoin may go sideways and you may feel good about yourself and you may tell yourself, hey man, when an altcoin moves, it's gonna move 50%, it's so much more opportunity. But that's contradictory to you playing the lower time frame. So you choose your poison. You either play the higher time frame and then pick the altcoin, for now at the very least, because Bitcoin is in dominance, or you play Bitcoin on the lower time frames. You can't have both, guys.
Yeah, and right now, like a lot of the cryptos, a lot of the altcoins, relative to Bitcoin on their Bitcoin charts, they haven't really shown, a break of any major resistance. They're all still ranging there, except the high M caps, like things like XRP, I believe, Ethereum too. They've broken major resistance on their Bitcoin pairings, so that's something to note. But a lot of the other altcoins that people have been playing, I don't think they've reached a critical juncture wherein, you could say that, oh, they're going to start trending against Bitcoin. They're going to start trending harder than Bitcoin. At least that's what the chart is telling us. I don't think many of them have actually reached that juncture yet. Like TIGBAN, for example. Look, you're looking at the chart right now. Look at where it got to. Like, price against resistance. We didn't see like a strong sort of support on that.
Yeah, it didn't close above. I was looking for this to actually close above and continuation, but it failed to even close a 4-hour candle convincingly above it. So
exactly.
Wasn't
so, but now FBDC held its support. What else? There was XRP BTC held its support, right? I mean, it's testing support right now, XRP BTC. But what's important is that it broke. Like there was a nice convincing break.
Link showed weakness too. I didn't. Yeah.
The very few coins that were actually trending well against Bitcoin.
Yeah. And again, guys, you're going to take. It's worth attempting for these trades, but you need to get out as soon as you're wrong. Don't hold these through and through. Okay. And 2, do not leverage trade altcoins. Okay. Do not leverage trade altcoins. The fact that Binance is allowing you to do so to begin with should be a big clue that you shouldn't probably be doing it. Right? Altcoins are a leverage trade in on itself against Bitcoin. So understand that. You don't need to leverage trade altcoins. You could, just because you're trying to protect it against counterparty risk, but you should be doing it for that reason. You shouldn't be doing it because you want a bigger position. Okay, I'm actually going to end the stream off on that note, because I think a lot of people need to absorb that and not get distracted with any of the other ideas we talked about until they fully absorb that. Try not to leverage trade. I'll say that. Please try not to leverage trade altcoins, guys. There are certain situations where it's better to leverage trade altcoins, but I don't think you guys know when those situations are. So most of the time, if you're doubting whether you should be taking a leverage trade on an altcoin or not, just say no. Just say no to it, because you guys are likely going to be trading it on Binance, and I'm not too comfy with margin trading on Binance. Krisha is far more comfy.
I did an entire tutorial on Binance margin trading, and I'll tell you this: I am not okay with that exchange. I'm not okay with what they're doing. I think it's not intuitive, and I think there's just so many areas where you can mess up.
I think throughout the tutorial you were talking about its issues, right? Things that
I personally do not. The trade has to be really, really, really good for me to even consider taking a margin trade on it.
Yeah.
I don't take too many margin trades on Binance. I'll be very, very frank with you guys.
All right, so with that, we could wrap up the stream right over here. Almost 50 minutes long. There's 100 of you watching and only 25 likes, so either you guys really don't like these live streams and we won't do them anymore, clearly, But if you guys do like the live stream, please hit the like so that way we know. That's kind of how we gauge whether we should be doing certain kind of videos or not. So hit that like. And T-Bab says, my advice on leverage altcoins is all perp on FTX. That's actually a good idea. I believe Trader Fraser has been trading that too with good success.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they have all perps, and they have a few other indexes too, right? They have mid cap, mid perps, I believe.
They have a lot. They have like a lot of instruments on FTX.
I've been meaning to use them more aggressively, and I just haven't. Oh, this! I really like the song. I'm gonna turn the music up. Hold up, guys.
After the stream's done, Sean, I'm making myself a nice cup of joe. Let me know if you want one.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Trisha, when we first started dating, she used to take me to the best cappuccino places in Ottawa. She was a big cappuccino fan. And she introduced me to the flat white. It was you, right, who introduced me to the flat white?
Yes, sirree. Absolutely delicious. What is the
perfect
next
song too for what you just talked about? Are we going back to Canada, Kusha, this summer?
Yes, sir. We need to.
If any of you are in Canada and
I have to see the fam bam.
Yeah, we're gonna be coming back. We're gonna be coming home. We're gonna be coming home this summer. Thanks for the wait, guys. Time for me to go to sleep. Hey, Carlos, good to have you here, man. Thanks for joining. T-Bab. T, I'm so happy you were here.
Yeah.
Jesus. John's like, can you make me one too? John, man, it's been a while. Where are all your comments? You used to comment on all the vids and now you just like kind of start neglecting me. I feel bad. I should look forward. Arabella. Is it Arabella? Arabella. Hasta la vista. See ya, man. See ya. Gal? Ken says, can we see what it looked like with the mango dynamic? What are you talking about? The Link BTC? Link chart? I think you're talking about Link, right? Link actually, on the 4-day, since Ollie mentioned the 4-day Link USD, there was something that I should have been looking at on Link BTC that I failed to take it seriously. And that's this. You can see how we came and it was so clean. I should have been paying attention to this more. That way I would have not got in on my first entry, right? Somewhere around here, around I think 77,000 Satoshi. I've been a little bit more patient because this was, Link BTC is not ready yet. We need to start living above the mango dynamic. So, hey, hopefully we can turn it around from here.
Yes.
Let's see how it looks on the 12 hour. Yeah, it wasn't very... Oh, by the way. Nah, I won't show it here.
I don't know if anyone was watching the Vine though. For those of you who have access to the Mango Vine, like there were a lot of yellow warning flashes on the daily on many of the exchanges. That was a good sort of tip.
The Vine is always a good tip. I'm just going through the comments, Kusha. When should I get in on ETH with 5% leverage? That question. There's so many things wrong with that question. I don't understand what you mean by 5% leverage. What? I'm not sure what you mean. This is a good time now, or should I wait a little bit more? There's so many things wrong with your question, Thomas. There's you need to start watching Mango a lot more. We don't answer those kind of questions. RIP, my gains on XRP and ETH, lol. Hopefully they jump back up. As long as the trend is intact.
I bought some ETH. ETH was looking like a nice warm chocolate chip cookie on its support right now.
All he says,
is looking good.
Yeah, ETH is. I like ETH, especially on the monthly. We're playing ETH on the weekly and the monthly. Let me go ahead and
XRP
throw.
could see some more downside. I'm looking at 48 cents. I covered this in my last XRP analysis, is the major support. So we could potentially see more downside on XRP depending on how we react off of this region.
Yep. Yep. Ollie says I'm looking at 670 monthly as resistance for higher time frame. Yeah. Yeah, I like 660, 670-ish too. 666, I think that's the level we talked about, right? If we clear 666, we are likely going to make our way all the way up to 800. That's my eventual target if we take out 666. Well said, Ollie. Well said. Andrew says Canada is too... Yeah, and Canada is cold right now. But in the summers, Ottawa is probably one of the best places to be, man. Just,
yeah.
It's really something. It's really something. It's the only reason why I stayed as long as I did, because every summer I was like, man, this is so gorgeous.
It's the only reason why a lot of people stay. They get kind of fooled by the summer and they're like, oh, it's so nice. And then the winter just kicks in and then they're just dreading it. And then the summer, it's like a never-ending loop. Yeah. It's like a loop of doom.
Loop of doom. All right, guys. So with that, Krish and I are going to go grab some cappuccino. Until then, don't let any of this stress you out. The reason I did this stream is to show you guys that, hey, all is a-okay, right? Let's go back on over to Bitcoin. Okay, we're going to switch on over to the daily, and we're going to switch on to the Mango ribbon. Actually, I'll show you guys the Mango dynamic on the 12-bar too. And you know what? Let me show you the daily too. So the daily gave you the retest right over here on the Mango dynamic. In fact, if you did manage to get in a position at 17,200, that would have been a really nice buy opportunity. But even at 17,450-ish, this entire zone over here was really, really good. Mango dynamic telling you that everything's a-okay, right? Now, if we go on over to the 12 hours, something interesting may actually pan out. We would again have done a similar situation where we're testing the daily Mango dynamic and then closing above the 12-hour Mango dynamic. This is literally going to be the perfect situation. If we do this, I'm actually going to be looking for strength overall in the Bitcoin markets. Yes, we may see a little bit choppiness over here. We may end up doing something like this before we eventually break up, or who knows, maybe we break down, but we'll have a clear level to base off it, right? Either way, this sideways action may prove to be opportunity on the altcoin market. So if we do see something like this, altcoins are likely going to have their chance in the sun finally, right, after being down for so long. If you guys are in the Mango C program and you guys go back to my last few charts, you guys will notice that I said, hey, we need to take a step back from altcoins, because any Bitcoin strength over here, any Bitcoin aggression, that was the word I was using, is going to mean bad things for altcoins. And we saw that aggression right over here on this candle over here, November 24th, or UTC time. We saw that aggression. And we failed to see continuation though, and this was the ideal situation in my mind, because yes, it'd be nice to have Bitcoin to keep going up, but we want that everyone wants that altcoin market rally, right? That 1 month where we can really punch in some Bitcoin gains, at least that's how I like to play it, and then go back into Bitcoin. So that would be ideal, and we may get to see that ideal scenario because Bitcoin failed to break and see continuation. Instead, we're going into consolidation. Let's go back. We may go into consolidation like that, and very, very similar scenario to maybe this or perhaps this, and then break towards the upside, right? So hey, let's see how it all pans out. Until then, keep it calm, keep it stress-free, do the Mango way. I'll see you guys in the next one. Krisha, any last words?
No, guys, just chill out. And ciao.
Ciao. Oh, I just want to say thank you everyone for joining before I end the stream. I'm going to chat with you guys for a little bit. Keep the music on, keep the music going. Thank you, T. Thank you, Ollie, especially. And T for joining your first stream. Ken, good to see you in here. I was talking about BTC 4-hour. You were focused on the Mango dynamic. I'm not looking at the 4-hour Mango dynamic. I'll post a screenshot on the C chat, Ken. But I think it's choppy on the 4-hour time frames. John says, see ya, great team. See ya, man. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. You guys can still hear me, right? Just to make sure. Elizabeth Wood says, hi, Mango Research. Guys, you speak just watching BTC moving up again now, 17,800. Yeah, it's going to be volatile. Bobby says, Bitcoin to 11k, you morons. Okay. Okay. Jesus, man. You seem so angry, buddy. So angry. Hot and 30 cents sunny in Brisbane. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Jealous. Well, actually, it's pretty nice over here too. I don't know why I'm jealous. The sun is up. Oh my god, it's so nice here. And ADA is trailing up. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the audio and I'll chat with you guys.
Everybody's on me. I can say I have no parts, I have no lies, but I have you. You have me, honey. I might break with the storms. I don't mind getting on as we're going living, but to be